Hey guys, your brother here. And welcome to your Random Brother YouTube channel. I wanted to talk about this for a while now, but I was unfortunate enough to not be able to do so. It's the story of somewhere around 2017, where I was still in my college and was filled with a lot of energy to travel and see the world, which to be honest is still there, but those were different times and things were not pretty much how it seemed like. But that's a story for a different day. But the circumstances were different, to put it in short. And it was under these circumstances that a few friends and I decided to visit Daringbadi, the Kashmir of Orissa. Unfortunately, I was not able to get a lot of photos or videos of the place, as at that time I never thought that someday I'll be talking about it. And to be honest, at that time, these kind of things like getting photos and pictures were not something that we cared about, as the times were different. But I'll try to explain it as much as possible, about the things that I saw and how it felt like, and hope that with the help of some photos and videos taken from different sources and a few that I might have, I'll be able to give you the essence of what I saw and felt while my time there. The beginning. The place where I was at that time, Bhubaneswar, which deserves a place of its own on my blogs, YouTube video, and podcast, takes 5 hours to reach Daringbadi. You can reach there either by train, private bus services, and by the state-run bus service. By train, the nearest station to Daringbadi is Brahmapur, which is 120 kilometers from Daringbadi. You can take a cab from Brahmapur, which will take approximately 1–2 hours more to reach the destination. In our case, we took the privately run bus service. We went to Baramunda bus stand somewhat around the evening to catch the bus, and it was somewhat easy to find a bus for the journey, as there are literally so many buses going to that place. Even though the place is not that much of a known destination, or can be called as a hot spot of a tourist destination, but it is very popular among the locals. The cost of the tickets at the time was about 650 rupees each for a one-way ride. So overall, both the up and down journey will set you back about 1,300 rupees per head in total. So there it was, we got the tickets and sat on the bus. Then it was the time for the journey to begin. Since it was a 5-hour journey, it became an overnight journey for us, as the bus started off a bit late. In the overall journey of 5 hours, we took a break of around half an hour around 10 or 10:30 p.m. for some refreshments, like tea and coffee, and then took off again. By the way, let me tell you, you can take or hire a car as well for the journey. There are many companies that allow you to hire a self-driving car for the journey. I'll leave a link down below, please do go check it out. It can be helpful to you if you're thinking or planning a journey like this. And the fun thing is that these services are available in Bhubaneswar, which at the time was not available to us. So, moving on, after the overnight journey, we reached Daringbadi about 6 in the morning. And the cool thing about it was that since we went to this place during the month of December, we were able to see the first snow of the place as well. Usually Daringbadi gets its fair share of snowfall as well, but during the past few years, the snowfall has reduced and has become a tourist attraction in its own way now. On the very first day we arrived, we booked a hotel, Hotel Padma. To be honest, the hotel was not that shabby. I'd say that it's not that shabby for solo travelers and if you're going there with your boys, but it's not that good if you're considering to go there with a family. We had to face our fair share of problems, like, first of all, there is no Wi-Fi. Not at all, and considering the fact that it is a place where it is difficult to get a proper cell reception, it's a bummer. And let's say that even if you are not that much concerned about the internet and want to stay away from all sort of human contact, but I don't think that you'll be able to stay without the hot water, which at the time of my recording or writing this, was not there. And the hotel doesn't even have a website to book the place online. But apart from that, the hotel is based on a prime location. It is closer to the main market, considering the fact that Daringbadi is a small place, and the staff of the hotel are also friendly and nice. The hotel is situated in a place where it has a nice blend of nature and the concrete jungle as well. The hotel costs 1,200 rupees for 2 days of booking, for a single room, so it'll be fair to say that it is a bit on the cheaper side as well. You can comment down below if you want to know the prices of the other hotels and anything related to it. On the day of arrival, we were also able to manage to get around a plantation. It was situated near to the bus stand, just on a walking distance. It was a pine plantation, and trust me guys, it was a sight to see. The dewdrops of the early winter morning and a nice soothing weather. It made you feel like you were in the heaven, and if there is a heaven, it's here. After an amazing morning walk through the pine plantation, we had some breakfast and then went to our second destination, called the Mijubanda waterfall. The waterfall was amazing. The view of this place is something to cherish. It is one of the touristy spots, where families come by to spend some time near nature. The place is all rocks you'd expect a place near the waterfall to be like, and there's a lot of the things happening at once. Kids are playing, families spending time together, and a picnic, people cooking during those picnics. There's a lot of the things going around at once. The beautiful thing about Daringbadi is that it is filled with waterfalls, and one of them is also known as Lover's Point. Well, there is not much to say about it. It is a small waterfall with a lot of locals, and to be frank, with a few tourists as well. Daringbadi is a small place, which makes covering a lot of destinations easy, and it is easy to get around as well if you are able to get hang of yourself with an auto and a willing driver to take some money but make it his life's mission to make you visit as many sites as possible. Our plan was simple. We cover as many places as possible on the first day, as there was something special, as said by our auto driver. Usually, you should not fall for these types of gimmicks, but this guy was trustworthy, as we didn't even pay him the advance for the whole trip, but he was still taking us far and wide and was helping us to cover places up with a smiling face. It was at this moment that he told us that there was a beautiful waterfall which was accessible for us, as there were no tourists in that place, and we could have the whole place to ourselves. This made us decide to take another place, and during the time of this writing, there were no proper roads to go there as well. The good thing about this place was that just because it was untapped by the tourists, it was not littered at all, and you could see the whole waterfall in its full beauty. Doesn't it sound shady to you? But guess what, we still agreed to it. So we covered the last two places on our list, which were the Hillview Park and the Coffee Garden. By the way, Nature Park is just adjacent to the Hillview Park, so if you want to, you can still check it out. It's beautiful and perfect to spend time with your family. So that's how our first day went by. We were not able to cover up a lot of the tourist places that we could, so that we could keep the next day vacant, as it would have taken up the whole day to get to that waterfall and then make our way back to the bus stand so that we can catch our bus to go back to Bhubaneswar. So we went back to the hotel to get some rest. Day 2, final day. The final day of our trip was not that much exciting. As said earlier, we spent pretty much the whole day in the vehicle going to our destination, which was called Paisagarundu Waterfall, Mandazaru. It was just like the way our auto driver told us. The scene was so beautiful that to capture it and keep it in the memory takes me to those beautiful days. If I could, I would love to go back to the place again, and for the people who wish to go there after reading this, if my blog reaches you in any way, shape or form, I have only one request. It is that please do go and visit this place. It is beautiful, but please don't litter and spoil the place. It really destroys the natural beauty. At that time, there were no proper roads to go to that place, so I guess that's why it took so much time to reach, but the construction was going on, so I believe that there will be roads now, so the chances are that it might take less time. For us, it took about 3 hours to get to the waterfall, but it can be less for you. So that's how our day went by. We spent some time at the waterfall, then we made our way back to the bus stand at around 6 or 7 in the evening, and finally we took our overnight bus back to Bhubaneswar. The overall journey was amazing, and trust me, it's a different feeling to be at the hill station, especially the one about which not a lot of the people know about. And I wish I'll be able to visit it again. And last but not the least, if you want to check out the pictures of the places that I've talked about, or if you want to check out my blog post or my Instagram and so on, the links are in the description below. Please don't forget to check it out. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you liked the content. It keeps me motivated to keep going. That's all for today guys, cheers.